Meanwhile, Kilmar Abrego Garcia will remain in jail while attorneys argue whether he should be deported or released. The undocumented Maryland father was mistakenly deported to an El Salvadorian mega prison. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdes. She joins us live. Nicole, what are your key takeaways from the courtroom today?
Well, definitely a confusing last few days as Abrego Garcia has appeared several times inside a federal courtroom here in Nashville. Initially coming here for his first appearance on those human smuggling charges that were brought down just last month. But now the question is, where will he stay as he awaits that trial to begin, whenever that is? The prosecution very much argued that he should remain in federal custody. That's under the U.S. Marshals until that trial begins, because they argued he was dangerous and a flight risk. But after several hours of arguments just last week, the judge here ruled that they didn't prove that he was in fact a flight risk or a danger, and said that he should then be released. But because Abrego Garcia still had an immigration hold, an ICE detainer as they call it, he wouldn't necessarily just be set free. It is the expectation that ICE will take custody of him when that release is officially happening. That did not happen today because, again, there were a lot of confusing questions and arguments about what that release would look like. The judge said, I'm going to wait a few more days. I'm going to have him remain in federal custody with those marshals until we can sort what that means and set some conditions if he was to be released out into the public. But again, she said that's unlikely. The question is, if he goes back into ICE custody, where will he be held, and is there a chance he could be deported once again?
And we've also seen his wife Jennifer present at many hearings and press conferences. What did you hear from her?
Yeah, this morning she spoke several hours ahead of today's hearing, emotional, choked up at times, and actually said today is their wedding anniversary. She traveled back to Nashville with their children to be here for this hearing, awaiting to hear what her husband's fate would be. Again, not a ton of clarity decided today. We expect to know something by the end of the week, as the judge has asked both parties to put in briefs by Friday afternoon that will then tell us what comes next. We do know there is another hearing set for next month, but again, where he will be held from now until that hearing on July 16th is still very much unclear.
Nicole Valdes, thanks so much.